Hello, Scott Rosano with Gigbuilder.com. This is episode number 115, and this is creating events. Put all this work into it so far, and now we're finally going to generate an event. We can do that a number of different ways, just like with pretty much everything else. We can create it right here, create event. We could go to schedule, and we could go to our by status, and we could take a look at one of our by status areas. We can create an event. We can also create an event straight from the calendar, which kind of makes the most sense. This date here is your current date, Thursday, February 6th. Let's go ahead and check and find out. Sure enough, on the 19th, we have availability. And if I click over here to create event, it will generate an event on the date of your calendar, which is how most people do it. So let's go through this basic event info, and this is what we're going to fill out before the event is generated. So we've got your date, your basic data, your event date, of course it can be changed here, your start time. This is based upon the default inside Gigbuilder of what your time is. Of course, we can change this. This particular event's actually going to start at 6 o'clock. So we'll say 6 o'clock p.m. It's a 4-hour event, and the event status will be a lead when I create this. Now, our event statuses are kind of interesting. We'll go over them very quickly. New usually comes in from the web. A lead is something you've already seen, which is why this defaults to a lead. Then we go to pursued, which is basically a hot lead. Pending, you've sent them a contract, you're waiting for something. Confirmed, or booked, pretty simple, and then things afterwards. So we'll leave that as a lead. Type of event, again, it defaults to what you had in setup. That's a few episodes back if you want to look it up, but you can change it here. Booked by, it's got my name on it because I'm the manager logged in right now. Whoever's logged in, their name would appear here, but you could change that. The events template is standard full, which again is what you set up in Gigbuilder. And so that's going to be the full template. The difference between a standard and a full is the full just gives you a lot more information. The standard's streamlined. We'll go into that when we actually go into the template records in another video. Now, client contact information. Now here we have a client that we already created, and I believe it was myself. So I'll look at Rose. Maybe I didn't create myself. Let's go ahead and create a client. Jim Smith. And we'll do my email address. Everybody has that anyway. So we put in the contact information as we were on the phone with them. The next thing we have is the client or venue, or the venue here. So it's the games client or venue. This is not a game, so it's the venue. Now, the particular venue that we can look up within the database, and we did create one, and I believe that was a Cannon Club. And there it is. So I can highlight that, or I can use my Google Business lookup and find it this way and add it to my database. Just as you've seen it somewhere else. Boom, right there. But we're going to go ahead and use it from here. And we'll add in the venue. And there's our venue and our venue information. Now, pricing and talent, we can go ahead and we can pick the package that we want. We picked a gold package, and they're requesting me as talent. Again, these are optional, and we'll go ahead and create the event. And now our event is created, and that is the limitation of this video. So that is how you generate an actual client event. We'll have another video that actually goes through each of these tabs. There's quite a bit in this event. We can take a look at it. Let's go ahead and go to our books. We can see that we got the gold package. We can see that it's brought our rates in. It's brought in our pricing and everything else, and we're ready to go. Now, all we have to do is save and close, and we now have our first client, our first event, right in Gigbuilder.